welcome back to the Real Screen Team. I'm Andrew Thomas. I'm here with fellow vampire hunter Christopher Johnson.
Hello, everyone.
And we're back with another horror movie, the remake of Nosferatu.
Yes.
Your first horror movie you've seen in theaters.
Yes, this actually is very interesting experience. Very interesting.
And because I'm wearing my Pennywise t-shirts because Bill Skarsgård was also Pennywise, so he's the vampire in this movie. So
this man deserves so much more credit and awards for his work.
Yeah, but before we do that, make sure to find us on Facebook, The Real Screen Team. Where else?
You can also find us on Facebook, Reddit, Instagram.
No.
We'll see about,
No, it's not
potential.
Sundays, it's the last day.
We'll see. Worst comes to worst, you'll probably find us on Lemonade.
Mm-hmm. And make sure to like, comment, share our videos, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yes.
But here I go with the overview. Nosferatu is a 2024 American Gothic horror film written and directed by Robert Eggers. It is a remake of F.W. Murnau's 1922 film, Nosferatu, A Symphony of Horror. Itself is based on Bram Stoker's Dracula. It stars Bill Skarsgård, Nicholas Hoult, Lily Rose Depp, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Emma Corrin, Ralph Ineson, Simon McBurney, and William Dafoe. It was distributed by Focus Films, which is the British version of Universal Pictures, which also distributed the movie. And now the synopsis. Nosferatu is a gothic tale of obsession between a haunted young woman in the 19th century Germany and the ancient vampire who stalks her, causing untold horror in its wake.
As much as I don't want to be that guy, I actually liked this one a little bit more than the original. As much as I don't want to be that guy. Yeah, I think this film did a better job.
Yeah.
I mean, no offense to the original, but I mean, with the limitations of what you could do in 1922.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of have to give it to this one.
Yeah. Well, this is my second favorite version of Nosferatu because there's another remake. Where, because Dracula became public domain in 1979, they reverted back to the Dracula names, the novel names. So Orlok was back as Dracula, even though he had the Orlok look.
Interesting.
Yeah. And almost the same thing happened, except I hated the ending. If we ever review that, someday we probably will. You'll find out why I hated the ending.
Okay.
Yeah. But let's talk about its star-studded cast. Bill Skarsgård as the new Count Orlok.
Good Lord, man. I already knew that this man was a fantastic actor. I already knew this man could definitely play a scary, entity. I was much more intimidated by Count Orlok than I was Pennywise.
Yeah. Especially when you don't see him for most of the first part of the movie, at least.
Yeah, and
you only see his hands. And there's not really much of a close-up at the beginning.
only like a little bit of a subtleness because he keeps his head down.
Yeah.
But you can still see the mustache.
Yeah.
Which, thank you very much for bringing in the mustache. That is important in Dracula lore.
Yeah. In the novel, he has a mustache.
Yes. Therefore, every interpretation of Dracula that has a mustache is canon. Yes, even the Red Fox version of Dracula from the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy.
Yeah. But he's there because he got a call from a young girl who he's obsessed with.
Yeah. A bit too obsessed.
Yeah. Yeah. The problem with me is, why do we have to see Count Orlok's junk? Why do we have to see him naked? Especially when they basically redo sort of the same thing, although he's just in the coffin naked this time.
Yeah, the weird thing, I also saw what you saw, but yet I didn't see his junk.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And he's a very forceful Count, telling Hutter, call him master.
Yeah. I swear.
Yep. Tortures Hutter a lot. He tortures Ellen by possessing her a lot.
Yes, and it gets disturbing. I mean,
At least in this one, we find out why he decided to do the plague.
Yeah. He was like, Ellen, be with me or else. Oh, you're not going to? 3 days or 3 nights, you will be mine.
Mm-hmm.
And just for extra incentive, I'm about to plague the whole town. This is on you. This is on you.
Yep.
I swear, devious.
Yep.
Devious.
Yep.
Plus, on top of it, Bill Skarsgård, what are your vocal cords?
Yeah. He apparently had a dialect coach teach him
To help him bring out the
Yeah.
much more,
Yeah.
the much deeper Transylvanian voice.
Yeah. And he was also in like 9 layers of prosthetics.
Well, yeah, seems as though half of him is a decomposing skeleton man
Yep.
that apparently only like his face and the front part of his torso and his junk are still intact.
Yeah.
Oh, and his hands.
Yeah. But it pretty much follows the same plot from the last movie, from the one that we just reviewed.
Yes.
Only much more expanded.
Yeah.
Reason why. And,
Gives us more time, to get to know the characters, actually care about the characters. Much more time to see Count Orlok and see even more of his very, very intimidating presence, and also we actually get to see some killing.
yeah. He does a whole lot of killing. He even has his own 2 dogs.
Yeah.
I think they're also supposed to replace the brides from Dracula. The dogs.
Yeah.
In there. So, 3 brides, it's 2 dogs.
Release the hounds.
Yep. But he said
Plus, that could also be an homage to how he used to turn into a wolf.
Yeah. But oddly enough, they disappear after. both Orlok and Hutter leave from Transylvania.
How come he didn't take his dogs with him?
Don't know.
Huh.
Maybe they'll talk about it in the 3-hour cut.
I hope they didn't get ate.
Yeah. Of course, we're back with the main protagonist, Ellen Hutter, played by Lily Rose Depp.
Yeah, I was actually surprised. Yeah, Depp has children that are actors.
Yeah.
And my God, did she do a fantastic job?
Yep.
I really felt for her in this adaptation.
Ironically, she was going to be played by Anya Taylor-Joy, but she had to back out because she had scheduling conflicts.
And I think in the end that was probably for the best.
Yeah.
Because Lily Rose truly did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
I think she brought that element of like vulnerability that I don't think Anya could portray for this. I mean, you really do feel for Ellen.
Yeah.
Through everything from, her younger and essentially being preyed upon by Orlok.
Yeah.
And then him now coming back and him essentially using his much more mystic forces to haunt and torture her.
Of course, we find out why she got the psychic connections because of her encounter with Orlok years ago.
Yeah. Thank you for much more expansion and exposition.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Makes much more sense.
Yeah.
And dear God, I mean, they had to tie her to the bed.
Yeah.
They had to do exorcist stuff for her because, this wasn't old-timey just sleepwalking. No. This is convulsing. Oh, now I'm in a spider walk.
Yeah.
Oh, now my voice just changed like I'm being fully possessed. Yeah.
Yep. Of course, she still does the same, albeit a lot more horny.
Yeah. We'll get a bit more into that later.
Of course, her husband's played by Nicholas Hoult as Thomas Hutter.
It's going to be a very good year for him.
Yep.
Very good year.
Of course, this isn't the first Dracula adaptation he starred in.
Very true.
He was actually the Knox/Renfield character in the comedic horror movie, action movie Renfield.
He was the henchman for Nicolas Cage.
Yep. Which is sort of a sequel to the 31 movie. A comedy sequel, although that also contradicts the ending of the 31 movie.
Yeah, because doesn't he die at the end?
Yeah.
So how's he...
Yeah, they reference how Dracula dies, but keeps coming back, but he doesn't reference how he came back.
Well, it has been shown that evil always finds a way to come back.
Yeah.
Even if you truly destroy it, it does find a way to come back.
Yeah, but here we get him in a much more straight-laced Dracula movie.
Yes, as, he's just trying to do his job, be a good husband. It's just, unfortunately, he gets entangled in this horrible, ungodly mess.
Yep. Of course, he gets tortured a lot. He gets bitten so many times that he loses so much blood.
I think, 2 or 3 times did he get fed on?
Like 3 times.
Yeah. And you see the marks, and plus, good Lord, was I the only one really unnerved by hearing the blood drinking?
It was in there.
Even more credit to Bill Skarsgård.
Of course, unlike his 1922 counterpart, he actually wants to go fight and destroy this monster.
Yeah. He ain't goofy. Yeah. He ain't dumb.
Yeah, he ain't trying to protect her by ignoring the problem.
No, he's ready to. I'm about to put a stake in this man's chest.
Yeah.
Which I like that.
Yeah.
Yes. Take care of the problem. Don't try to ignore it like the squid.
Yeah.
Show initiative.
Yeah. Of course, he has some friends to help him. Harding, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, who actually looks like the part from the 1920s.
Which I love that detail. I mean, the full-on hair, the mustache, everything.
Yeah. And he plays a much bigger role.
Yes, as he unfortunately has to go through the most amount of torture because of...
psychological and emotional torture.
And physical.
Yeah.
Because once Orlok shows up and is like, Ellen, you should have come with me. You should have been mine. Well, now plague. Poor Harding. I felt so bad for him.
And this is a step up for his other movie that came out this year.
Last year.
Yeah, last year, yeah.
Yeah, freaking Kraven the Hunter.
Yeah.
Hey. Here's to hoping that he gets involved in the James Bond franchise.
This is our first time reviewing a thing with him in it since we haven't gone to Avengers Age of Ultron with them. So,
or the Kick-Ass films.
Yeah. So he gets more of his book counterpart's personality and mainly being a dick and a non-believer.
Yeah. I mean, he kind of cares for Ellen, but it's more of an obligation because...
Thomas is his friend.
Yes. Thomas is his friend, and his wife is friends with Ellen.
Yeah.
So
he had enough.
He's kind of a neutral party. It's like... Yeah, this is bad, but at the same time, this is a bit above my pay grade. Yeah, you gotta go. Things are getting a bit too weird here.
Yeah, well, in other adaptations of Dracula, sometimes his character's cut out in this for either if they want to adapt the play or some other reasons. Sometimes because the play he's not even in there either.
Well, dang.
So, yep, he gets a mixture of a little bit of the Carrie Elway's Arthur counterpart thing. Because Carrie Elway played pretty much the same character in the Dracula movie with Gary Oldman.
No.
The non-believer asshole.
That ends up suffering all the fates.
Minus death.
Oh, okay.
He gets lucky in that one.
Oh, so he doesn't start to slowly die because of plague.
No. Of course, welcome back, Emma Corrin.
Yes, and with hair.
Yep. And instead of having a sister, he has a wife this time.
Yes, and 2 children.
Yeah.
2 daughters.
Yeah. She plays Anna Harding instead of Ruth.
And, of course, if you know, based off of our 1922 film review, I think you all know what ends up happening.
Yeah, only you see it this time.
Oh, yeah. And it wasn't the plague. Oh, no, he fed on her. And before that, he fed on the children.
Well, Dracula does eat children in the book.
He ate the children!
Yep.
I knew we were going to see stuff, but good Lord! I was not ready for children murder. What did you bring me into?
Of course, she was also pregnant with a child.
So that's 3 deaths on top of that's already three filicides and then a homicide.
Yep. Yep. But felt weird watching Emma Corrin play a good person since we saw her the last time.
Yeah, because we already knew that she could truly play someone devious and downright evil.
Yeah.
So yeah, to see her play such a nice person that really got one of the worst raw deals ever that I've seen in some time. Yeah, I felt bad. I felt really bad.
Yeah. Of course, they have a doctor. We're back with Old Man Seward. They decided to bring Seward being old again. Professor Severs, played by Rob Innocent.
Fantastic actor.
Yeah.
And he also looks like his 1922 counterpart.
Yeah.
All the mutton chops. All the mutton chops.
And he has more to do in this one.
Yes, as he is looking over Ellen, looking over Knock.
He still thinks it's blood congestion at first until he found with Ellen until he decides to call his professor his mentor professor, even though they were pretty much the same age, I thought. Pretty much wouldn't make much sense if he was just a little younger, although it probably would have not helped with the mutton chops.
True.
Yeah.
But then again, it's weird with Willem Dafoe that despite how old he's getting, he hasn't really changed too much.
Yep.
So I think that's another thing.
Yep. So he ends up believing what Von Franz is telling him.
Oh yeah, especially after he sees the full extent of Ellen being, possessed.
And they go out to go burn all the burial spots that Orlok might have.
Some influence
On the ground, yeah. Of course, we can't have Count Orlok without his servant, Knock, played by Simon McBurney.
Lord have mercy. Yeah, if we thought he was creepy in the original, I don't even know if creepy fully explains what he does in this. He's an absolute menace and a maniac.
Yeah.
He is down. He's just as scary as Orlok.
And why did we have to see him naked at the beginning of the movie?
Why were half of the people in this naked?
Because they wanted to round up the sex part.
I understand you wanted to bring more of the romance and horniness from the source, but good lord.
Yeah.
But yeah. From being naked and literally using your own blood for the ink pen.
And we literally see him actually kill the guard physically this time.
Yeah, he bit part of his neck off.
Yeah.
Plus, we see this man eat birds.
Yeah. Well, being the servant of Dracula, they don't usually want human lives. They usually just eat the bugs and other animals, creatures.
So why he have to do the guard like that?
Well, he's not well, he's Renfield, and yet he's not Renfield.
True.
Renfield's a little bit more sympathetic compared to this counterpart.
I mean, he's truly being manipulated. Yeah. While this man, he practically is fully on board.
Yep.
But hey, he actually got his in the end.
Yep. And they actually combined. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention 1922 in this version. They combined his thing with the actual old guy also working for Dracula, Mr. Hawkins. Well, it's implied that maybe he was involved, that he knew about Dracula's dealings. So they put those two together.
Oh.
Yep. So yeah, he's a combined character.
Lord have mercy.
Yep. And speaking of Willem Dafoe as Professor name change in this one, Albin von Franz.
Yeah, they wanted to pay some homage.
Yep. This is his second or third time working with Robert Eggers in this. He's worked on him in a couple other horror movies like The Lighthouse.
Plus, I believe this may be the third time that we've talked about him on the channel.
Yep. The Snyder cut of Justice League.
Oh, no, 4.
Yeah.
Fourth time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Snyder cut of Justice League. All the Spider-Man movies.
Okay, maybe more than just 4.
Yeah.
Maybe about 5.
Yeah. So this is a welcome back.
Yeah. I mean, the man's a fantastic actor.
Yep.
Remember, it's Dafoe.
And he played more of the Van Helsing part.
Oh, yeah.
This one.
Fully. Plus he also brings a bit more of levity into the film. You know, with his character, there's actually a couple moments where you get a little bit of a chuckle.
Yeah.
You know, and the fact of him showing genuine care for everyone that is being affected by this.
Yeah.
While at the same time, this man is truly gung-ho in taking care of Orlok. I mean, he straight up calls him Nosferatu.
Yep.
And
they are only dealing with when he possesses Ellen.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the only encounter he has with Orlok is that part.
Yeah, and even when some people were questioning things, he was like, "Oh, no, man. Did you not see what just happened? These are greater forces than we can quite possibly comprehend. This is downright evil. We need to take care of this now."
Yeah, and he realizes their salvation is Ellen.
Yeah.
And so it makes sense for her to make a sacrifice. And again, changing it from the original with her distracting Thomas by having him get the Van Helsing.
That he unfortunately has to.
Yeah, to lure them away.
Yeah.
So she can make.
Even though you could tell he didn't want her to do that.
Yeah.
But he knew that it was the only way.
Yep. And he was kind of happy about leading them away at the end. And burning down everything.
I mean, he burned the mausoleum for the Harding family.
Yeah.
I mean, because
Orlok's house.
Yeah, and his
and killed Knock too.
Well, yeah.
He gave the finishing blow. Of
yeah.
Knock.
So yeah, this time around, he got a lot to do.
Yep.
He got a lot to do, even though he was only in the second half of the film.
Yep.
I mean, it's Dafoe.
Yep. But the plot, basically, the same as the 1922 film, albeit hornier.
Oy. But a lot more expansion on the characters, more of the lore, more of why things happen.
Yeah. Of course, the acting: Bill Skarsgård, Leroy Zepp, Nicholas Hoult, Willem Dafoe, and even Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yes, they all did fantastic. Truly fantastic.
Yep.
You know, Skarsgård is absolutely terrifying. You feel for Lily Rose, Nicholas Hoult, and Aaron Taylor Johnson.
Yeah.
You truly, it's heartbreaking, especially for Aaron. I mean, this man loses his wife, all of his children, and he's dying of the plague.
Yeah. Because he can't live without them.
Yeah. He once he lost them, he had no will to live anymore.
Yep. Of course, the cinematography was good.
Fantastic. And dear God, shots were very unsettling.
Yep. Of course, we've already mentioned the expansion of the main characters. More explanation about why the plague started.
Yeah, it's not just rats. It's literally a curse.
Yep, creepy atmosphere.
That's an understatement of just creepy. It was truly unnerving.
Of course, the gore.
Woo!
So much gore in this one.
Woo! Oh, Lord. Oh. They took full advantage of that R rating.
Yeah. Of course, our only bad was, why is Orlok so horny for Ellen?
Why were a number of characters just so unnervingly horny?
Yeah. Yep. Well, technically, Orlok was sort of horny for Thomas, maybe, when he was trying. Was weird. I tried to avoid that part.
I don't think he was horny for him. I think it was more of a, oh, you've had her.
Yep.
I want my taste of her again, so I must taste you.
Yeah.
So then I can get ready for the full main course.
Yeah. Of course, why are both Orlok and Nock naked?
I don't know. Think. I can understand Orlok.
Yeah.
This man is a decomposing half vampire man, half skeleton.
Yeah.
So, at that point, do you really need clothes? I think a cloak and a hat is about enough that you need. But Nock, on the other hand, yeah, that's just full demonic possession that you end up doing weird stuff like that. You know, the only other time I know where you need to be fully butt-ass naked doing weird ritualistic stuff is if you're a witch.
Yeah. Of course, the gypsies having their sort of sacrifice was sort of what was foreshadowing what Ellen was going to do.
Yeah. Though,
we don't know the age of the actress.
Which made things awkward because she's fully naked and
if she's in her 20s, I don't mind that, but if it's
but we don't know the age of the character. We just know young virgin girl.
Yeah.
She wasn't necessarily used as a sacrifice. She was more used as a lure.
Yeah.
So
that's sort of also still a foreshadowing of what Ellen did.
Yeah, true.
Yep. So
also, I know you're decomposing half man, half skeleton, but big fella, you couldn't do more with your hair. You only got like part of your hair. You only got part of your hair.
Yeah. I felt like they should have just left them bald and kept the mustache.
Yeah. Though I guess they wanted to add more emphasis of him being undead.
Yep.
I mean, though I think the most unnerving thing was his back.
Yep. His hunchback.
Which, thank you for continuing the hunchback thing.
Yep.
You know, he didn't have to be like this, but yeah, he had a hunch.
Yeah. So, want to get into our scores?
Yeah.
I give this an 8 out of 10. It's, like I said, it's good. It's my first Robert Eggers movie I've seen since he's done a lot of arty horror films. I'm pretty sure it's going to be my only one because I'm familiar with this source material. I did like the expansion and all that. And I can't wait for the 3-hour cut coming out on Blu-ray whenever that comes out to see if there was anything that we missed, any plot holes or any expansion of gruesome stuff that we didn't get the last time.
Well, for me, I guess it's kind of a bit of the reverse. I'm giving this a 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that after watching this film as a Christian man, that I felt like I needed a cross and some holy water, this was a very good film. This was a very good film. And I think it truly did justice to the original classic film and the original literary source material. Took that, did it justice, and then grew it even more to make it its own unique thing. That, yeah, this is, if you truly want a good horror film that involves vampires, yeah, this is one of the things to see.
Yeah. But I can't wait for the 3-hour cut, and I'm excited for when it comes out on streaming, because by then I can... Because when you watch this, we'll be either seeing video clips of that or the trailer. One of those two.
Yeah. Plus, on top of it, the Academy... Don't just nominate this for cinematography and, sound editing and other things. Actually nominate the actors for this, because they did fantastic. Truly fantastic. I'm sick and tired of them overlooking things like horror and comic book movies. These actors do a fantastic job. Show some respect to the actors in the films.
Yep.
I truly think this should be nominated.
Yep.
Best actor and actress, best supporting actor, and best picture.
Yep. But before we go, we did a double feature in this movie about another franchise.
Well, actually,
yeah, we're doing 3.
Yeah, we're doing a trilogy, not a double feature. We're doing a trilogy, as we're going ahead and doing Sonic the Hedgehog, the trilogy.
Yep.
We're doing our first proper remastered review.
Yep.
Of Sonic the Hedgehog. We're finally getting our opportunity to do our cinema to sofa for Sonic the Hedgehog 2, which now it is a proper cinema to sofa.
Yeah.
And our review for the new film, Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Yeah. So I guess roll us out, or and we're also doing a bit of a sort of tribute to the Dragon Ball creator.
Yes, as we did let you know in previous films in previous reviews that we have been watching Dragon Ball and we are going to review it. We're going to space out the sagas,
The first video will be out in February.
Yeah. Spacing things out.
Yeah.
This isn't going to be just one straight through marathon.
Yeah.
We'll come back to it over the course of the year.
But that's our thing for February.
Well, that and also Daredevil.
Yeah, Daredevil's more of the March, though.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
When that gets out.
Yeah, that... Well...
And how long?
That and also Robin.
Yeah.
The 85th anniversary of Robin.
Yeah. So those are the ones. So, yeah.
And then, of course...
Forrest Gump.
Yeah, Autism Awareness Month. We'll tackle Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
And the Talking Heads concert film stopped making sense.
Yep. So want me to roll this out? Since
Yes.
I'm the expert here. Well, thank you all for watching. Thank you for coming. Make sure to come again. Make sure to like, comment, share our videos, and definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. It means a lot to us. So let's cut, print. That's a wrap.